Right, viewers, you know I appreciate you as much as I possibly can, but what is this about? 32% of you on the last 3 episodes of World ROTTERDAMINATION are not subscribed. What is that about? What do I have to do? Our goal is to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of June. Can we do it? I need you guys who are currently watching every single episode and haven't subscribed. I need you to press that red button. Why not? Why not? What's it going to do to the rest of your day? Absolutely nothing, but for me, it will mean an awful lot amount, and I will really appreciate it. I genuinely will. Right, that's all of the bag on toast for the rest of the episode until we get to the end where I tell you again. But hey, how you doing? I hope you're doing well during the lockdown period. I hope you're nice and safe and your family's safe and everyone is good and dandy. Make sure you keep to those lockdown rules, please. Now, if we have a look at the screen here, we are currently sitting top and we are enjoying ourselves. We are beating minds on goal difference by the looks of it, but I know it's all done by that away record, which obviously seems to be quite good. Today, however, we have a game against Dynamo Kiev, and then we're going to do a player spotlight at the end of the game. But there's going to be something weird happening in this game because the schedule is absolutely mental. I mean, this is the calendar for this week. So we are here on Dynamo Kiev. We played Atletico Nacional 2 days ago. We then played Universidad de Chile 2 days ago in the other cup. We then have another cup game 2 days later. And then another game 2 days after that. But that's fine because then we play second in the league. And we have a nice 2-day break for that. And we play them 3 days later. But then we only have 3 days before we play Shakhtar, then 2 days, then Corinthians. What is this schedule about? What is it? What is happening? And if we go through these cups, we'll have more. We genuinely will have more games. This is outrageous. But today, anyway, we'll be playing a sort of fully rotated side against Dynamo Kiev. So I thought it'd be nice to bring you back for this game, because that way then you can see some of the other players who may not feature as much in the first team throughout these episodes. Yes, but before we go through the team lineup, let's talk about how we've been getting on since the last episode. Of course, we played 2 games. We won 2-0 against Stuttgart and 3-0 against Bologna. Fantastic stuff. We've continued that run, to be honest. We've done really well. Only picking up 2 losses, and considering the standard of football that we're coming up against now, the standard of team we're coming up against, and the schedule, I'm actually really over the moon with how that's happened. So we then play Celta Vigo, and when, of course, remember I said we had that Spanish doubleheader coming up next. We played Celta Vigo at home. It was comfortable, 2-0 victory. Eric Riera once again, Alfredo Morelos getting on the score sheet. We then had Calvin, who scored an absolute whopper right in the top bins, scoring against Espanyol. 40,000 fans came to watch us get an away win to Espanyol. That's when the run sort of stopped, and we had a couple tricky games. Watford, we lost 1-0. We didn't play very well. Mataj Mitrovic scored, and as you can see, a lot of 6.4s. We played a fairly rotated side because of the schedule. That was 3 days after the Espanyol game and just 4 days before the Augsburg game. We then won against Augsburg 1-0, Miguel Baeza. So this is what I'm liking. We haven't conceded a lot of goals so far this season, which I'm really happy with, until the next game where we actually conceded 2, and it just had to be. It just had to be Stade Rennes, didn't it? 34th and the 48th minute, and they beat us 2-1. But that's fine. I'm fine with that. Renier scoring a worldie in that game, by the way. We then played the 2 cup games that I just mentioned. The first game in the FA Cup, we played a sort of rotated side. We won 2-0. Eric Riera coming off the bench and scoring in the 95th minute to secure the win. Rian Brewster getting his first goal for the club. Happy days for Rian. And then we went... we stayed at home, and we're looking like we're doing really well with attendances. Even in the cup games, we're still sort of getting really good attendances. 956 people came from Colombia. What was that one? 1,000 people came from Chile. Nice. I like that. A 2-1 victory though. Renier scoring again. Very similar goal he scored against Rennes. Kerler from outside the box. And Miguel Baeza scored. And Andreas Cordoba gave them a consolation goal. What turned out to be a consolation goal. And a tricky last 5 minutes of the game. So we've seen that one out. But we played a fully strength side. Because we've got them in the next game after this. And I want to make sure I get through these cup games. Because that's the reason why we almost got sacked last year. So if we go to competitions... We're expected to reach the 4th round here. We've got to overcome Lyon to get to the 4th round. So that's going to be a lot trickier than what's expected. But in the Carabao Cup version, we're expected to reach the quarter-final. And we're only at the 2nd leg. So if we go out now, that's going to be really bad. Really bad. I can't. You'll understand, won't you, how bad that is. But thankfully, we're doing really well in the league. We're still doing well in the league. We're doing better than what is expected. Although our season preview was obviously we were going to win the bloody thing. What the board wants is a mid-table finish. So thankfully, we're doing good on that front. What I am interested in though is having a look to see what the away record is. There we go. Right, so we are sort of 5th place. I think that is 5th or 6th. 6th place. On the home record, we've played 6 games away from home. We do. Are we away today? We are away today? So this isn't going to help that because we are playing a rotated side. And here is that rotated side in goal. Of course, Van Bournemouth keeps his position. We don't have to worry about him. But we have Van der Linden, Jerry, Kuhn, and Dagba across the back line. Blesser and Jalilo Didenov. Yep, I know. Batista Meyer fills in with Uatara, Sinistera and Ryan Brewster up top. So really only Jerry from the main side. And that really, viewers, is only because Jerry missed in the last game through suspension. So he has come back in just because of that. So maybe we'll just rotate the couple of defenders for these next couple of games. We have a very early highlight 1 minute into the game and we are conceded already. Fantastic start. Great. Really enjoying that. Well, Benjamin Verbic has got on the end there of some very lapsed defending. I mean, how they've just been allowed to just pump the ball in and Uatara and Dagba there, I just stood there watching. Just stood watching him score and Jerry is too slow to come out, keeps him onside. 1-0 to Dynamo Kiev, but we do have a highlight immediately from kickoff. Come on. Although a couple of these lads are young, these still are really good players. Sinistera, one of our better players, and his class is our secondary team right now. I've made I saved 2 lineups just for this occasion because I knew it was going to be difficult. So hopefully we're not going to drop too many points in the league, but we keep our cup runs going. That's my plan. And Musa should have scored. They're on the attack again, but Brahima, who is captaining the team today, has managed to pull it away. Jerry. Nice to Blesser. He needs to impress me, Blesser. I haven't seen much from him, and he should have passed that ball there. And that is just really poor. So far, I've been really disappointed with Blesser, and it's going to cost us, isn't it? It is going to cost us a go. If he played that ball through to Ryan Brewster, then we could have been the opposite. We could be 1-1 right now, but he didn't. And we're still going into the game where we haven't even had a shot yet. And we're 2-0 down in 12 minutes. Ahmed Musa, the speed demon that he is from Nigeria, has just run right through our defence. That's so poor. Blesser, you should be embarrassed with yourself. How he's got 6.7 still, I'll never know. Got to stay hydrated though, fellas. Water, can't beat it. It is a corner ball then. They've whipped the ball in and wow, this is tough. This is tough. A 3-0 drumming before half-time. Dynamo Kiev, they're sort of like mid-table side. And I know we are playing a fully rotated side, but I did not think it would cost us this much. This is kind of embarrassing. Going all the way to Ukraine and getting absolutely smashed right now. We haven't had very good performances at all. A lot of 6.4s. The trouble is, our bench does have a lot of our first-team players in, but I don't necessarily want to use them right away. I need to squad rotate properly in this end of the season where the league and the cups are just fast and furious, as you can see from the schedule I've shown you at the start. In the second half of the season, especially last season, I think we only made changes when we had an injury or a suspension because we were solid with our team. And that paid dividends. We almost won the league. We didn't, of course. Thanks for reminding myself. Van Bommel makes another save. We've had one shot. We just one. Dagba, come on. Bless her. That's better. Sinistera, you should score. And it doesn't even count as a shot. It's a penalty, though. It might be a penalty. It is a penalty. Well, this will count as a shot. Uatara's going to take it. Please score. Oh, thank God. Jesus Christ. Right, that's just what we need. A kick up the ass. We can still get a result out of this game. If we pull this back for a draw, miracles. Right, 3 substitutions have been made. Banis, Robert and Governo all coming onto the pitch for people who are playing bad. We've flipped around a couple of players. And let's hope we can do something out of this game, please. 72nd minute. It's running away from us. Right, here we go. We have a highlight. If we manage to score here, there's a glimmer of hope that we pull this back. Here is Banis on the ball. Loses out. Is that a free kick? It might... it's going to be a free kick. It's not a penalty. It's nowhere near the box. The fact that this is even going to VAR is a complete waste of all of your time. What a shock, it happened outside the box. I mean, I've actually... I'm going to cut that out. So it doesn't waste your time. It's just my time. However, please, just give the bastard a red card. That was horrendous. Give him a red. Don't bottle it, ref. Don't you dare bottle this. You've took your time. You've made it dramatic. And you didn't even give it... This is ridiculous. Score from the goal, at least. It's a free kick. Oh, Jerry's made the free kick this time. For God's sake, fellas. Well, that is that. A very poor performance. And I am very unhappy with that. Although they are young, they should not be playing that bad. That is quite disgusting in my opinion. But here we go. We have 2 very hard games coming up within 4 days. So that should be fun. I'm looking forward to playing those games. But we are not going to see those games because we are going to have a look at a player. And today's player that we're going to spotlight is our very own Renier. Now, this man, of course, is across all of your games. So maybe you can relate to me and let me know what your Renier looks like in 2021 at the age of 19. Because this is what mine looks like. Now, as much as he has been playing rather well this season, let's take a gander at his performances in the last couple of seasons since we have signed him. Of course, he played in the league below before. No, he played in this league before, with PSV before we actually signed him. 46 games he played for us in all appearances, and that is every single league game. So injury-prone wise, I think we're good. I think we are really good with that. However, his output... 5 goals and 6 assists. For a team that got promoted, I don't think that's that good. What do you think? That's not very good for me. Just 11 goal contributions in 46 appearances in what I consider to be probably the most important role on the pitch. The attacking playmaker or advanced midfielder, whatever I've got him set at in our formation. What really I should be considering is linking the midfield to the attack. This season, though, slightly better so far with 3 goals in just 11 appearances, but only the 1 assist. Better average rating, though, so that's good. What am I doing to him training-wise, then? Let's have a look. So, he came to us with tries to kill balls often. Fine with that. He's got good passing and good vision. He does shoot from distance. Not opposed to that, he's in the position to do so. Plus, he has 13 long shots. We are currently training him on advanced playmaker on support, which is probably what I'm using him in the tactic. But I've now decided to start training him on plays 1-2s. And the reason why I want to do that is because the strikers who are up there, I want to give them a chance to play with each other properly and get that 1-2. He's now got an option on the right-hand side of him with Rios. Who the hell is Rios? He's now got that option with Eric Riera on the right-hand side as well as Sinistera occasionally when he plays to make that 1-2 and get a little bit of space. But also, of course, with Morelos or Ryan Brewster, whoever is filling in that top role. So hopefully the 1-2s will help him score more goals or assist more goals. That will be what I'm looking for from this. But let's have a look at his attributes. Mental-wise, I don't think he's that good. So if we go to our progress tally here and we set it to attributes, we're on the playmaker support. It's highlighted here what is good and what is bad. So agility, very good. But if we have a look down the line here, In the ones that are important for his role, he is good. He has decent work rate as well, which is what I'm happy with. Determination is not actually that high in my save, but the roles he has for technical abilities also really strong for this role. But it's almost like anything outside of this role, he sort of laps, and I'm quite like intrigued on whether, I mean, I don't know, what do you guys do when you think of that? Because although he is very suited to just that role, I want him to be a bit more of an all-rounder. This guy should be the focal point of my attacks. So maybe I want him to have better finishing, or I want him to be stronger crossing the ball. I don't know. I mean, what's your opinions on this? But I think mentally, I want him to be better. I really do. His progress so far, he's lost 2 on bravery. So that is quite disappointing. We haven't had any ups in the technical attributes. We've had a couple in the mental attributes, 1 for vision, 1 for anticipation. So that's 2 really key attributes that I like the progress of, definitely in the mental department, especially for a player of his role. Anticipation is really an understated attribute in this game. But the physicals, really good physicals, 1 agility, 1 jump and reach, and 1 pace. Let's hope you can keep that up as well, because I really like the look of Renier. The fact that he's a young Brazilian talent as well excites me. He's a real life player who you guys are excited with. We picked him up for what I consider to be a bargain price of just 10 million. We're paying him good wages, £60,000. And I think in maybe like 3 or 4 seasons, we could sell him on for a huge amount. I'm talking like 60, 70 million when we bring through our crop of youngsters, because we've got so many who are going to be coming through, the likes of Ferry Sturras and maybe even Uatara, who might still be knocking around as backup, who can play in that role just as good, or if not better than Renier. There will be a time where we can transition him out of the squad and pick up and profit from this young man. So let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on Renier himself, the training that I'm giving to him. Now also let me know down in the comments what you think of this sort of style of episode, the 1 game episode where we highlight a player spotlight. Do you prefer that? Do you prefer when we do the 2 matches? I'm really intrigued on your input, because this series is as much about you as it is about me. There's no point me doing this if you're not enjoying it. If you're enjoying it, I'd rather keep it in that style of format. So your opinion really does matter. So thank you very much in advance for anyone who does do that. And of course, like I mentioned at the start of the video, if you're one of these people who are watching every single episode but you haven't subscribed yet, please consider pressing that subscribe button. You do not know how much that means to me. The fact that we can almost get to 4,000 subscribers in a very short space of time. We've just gone over our 1-year anniversary. If we manage to get to that before the end of June, happy days. There will also be an update very soon on the brand new series that we have coming to twitch.tv/Omega Gaming. I'm in the process of revamping my whole Twitch stuff, because although I'm very new to it, I was using just a bog standard free sort of webcam and all of that jazz stuff, the graphics. I wanted to design my own. Obviously, you can see through the likes of the lineups and everything like that I'm doing. I'm currently sort of like revamping graphics style, I guess, and the thumbnails and everything like that. I'm learning Photoshop. I'm learning After Effects. I'm trying to get better and better so that I can produce the best content for you guys. So massive thank you for everyone who has supported so far. Of course, there is a Patreon if you wish to support me even more. Don't feel obliged to though, but it is there for your support. If you wish to, there's some nice cool rewards on there, or if you just feel like just chucking $4 or $6 at me just to help me go along. You do not realise how, when all that adds up, it really does mean a lot, because currently I'm on furlough, so I get only 80% of my wages through while I'm protecting my baby, staying at home during this lockdown period. So if anyone can and is willing to support, then that is massively thank you. And also a huge thank you to everyone who already does support and has supported me for a while through the Patreon. I really do appreciate it. And I hope that I sort of bring you and reward like everything that you pay me for. I hope that I give that back to you in entertainment, or in just like helping and the community that we have grown through the Discord. Linked in the description for the Discord, by the way. And this is going very emotional, isn't it, viewers? This is unlike me, but I just want to get it all off my chest while I'm feeling that way, because I really do appreciate you all, and thank you very much. But anyway, that is enough of me blabbering on. There will be another episode in a couple of days' time. We'll go forward a little bit further on, and we can talk about all of that stuff that we have discussed today, but we'll have 2 games for you. So let me know down in the comments again about that. I'll see you on the next one, fellas and ladies. See ya, bye. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, I have picked another one for you just down below. And if you want to support the channel anymore, then there is a Patreon there, which you can sponsor a player. Why not? Treat yourself.